being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. And this from the file of bad business ideas. Bad. I'm a big investor. And a broadcaster. A lifelong broadcaster. I know a good investment when I see one. This one isn't it. It's just amazing. It's from MSNBC. Greenstone Media has lined up backing from a high-profile group of women to, get this, here's what they want to do, syndicate talk shows for women on FM radio. Yep. The D.C.-based company has secured $3.1 million in venture capital as part of its first round of funding from investors such as Billie Jean King, Jane Fonda, Gloria Steinem, and Rosie O'Donnell. Former Federal Communications Commissioner Susan Ness co-founded Greenstone Media last year to create radio programming aimed at women between 25 and 54. What would that be? Yes. Other investors include Marta Kaufman, the creator of Friends, Jamie McCourt, whose title is president of the Los Angeles Dodgers, and she's the wife of the real owner, Frank McCourt, and Wallace Annenberg, vice president of the Annenberg Foundation. Walter Annenberg was a former U.S. ambassador who was the founder of TV Guide. He died many years ago, but so did TV Guide, by the way, but that's beside the point. Ness, the company's chief executive, said, a group of us were lamenting that there is virtually no programming that really targets women on the radio dial. And so the more we looked at it, the more we realized there was this huge hole to fill. Insert your own joke here. Yep, I'm looking at it. Ness is running the company from D.C., but expects the headquarters will eventually move to New York. Executives in charge of operations are located in the vagina of the Pacific Northwest, Seattle. The group behind Greenstone may be onto something. The percentage, this according to the writer for MSNBC.com, the percentage of weekday talk radio listeners who are adult women has remained relatively constant at about 33% since 1998, according to media research company Arbitron. Adult contemporary is the only format that attracts a larger share of female listeners. So if talk radio is the second largest format for female listeners, where's the big hole? Yes, I know where it is. Tom Taylor, editor of an industry newsletter called Inside Radio, says probably more women than men feel that there's not enough on the radio for them. The challenge is getting on the air in a good spot on a competitive radio station. No, Tom, you're wrong. Tom loves writing about radio, but he hasn't worked in radio in like 100 years. Tom, the problem is having interesting programming that would attract a female audience. You see, that's the problem. They've tried doing this. It's been tried in Minneapolis. It was tried in Los Angeles on a station called The Zone. Vancouver has a very bad AM station that does this. Doesn't have a big audience. Says here, more talk shows are taking up real estate on the FM dial as music migrates to alternative media. such as satellite radio and podcasting, analysts say. They claim, this is Tom Taylor, that creates opportunities, but getting wide distribution and attracting a devoted audience can take years of hard work, wooing program managers at each station and each market. Look, even if you get the programming on the air, you're not going to get women to listen to it. When I was a kid, the majority of listeners to talk radio were women. Very old women who love to call in and say, long-time listener, first-time caller. I mean, that's who listened. They decided they wanted listeners in the demographic that could afford to buy the products being advertised. So they kicked the little old ladies the hell out of here. And we started going after men in their 20s, 30s, and 40s, and suddenly talk radio became big business. That's how it worked. So I see that Greenstone's Nest has recorded Edie Hilliard as Chief Operating Officer and Jim LaMarca as Vice President of Operations. The Seattle-based executives were top execs at Jones Radio Networks, a provider of satellite-delivered live programs, music, and consulting services to individual stations. By the way, did those two ever produce a female-oriented talk show that ever succeeded? Have they got a track record with one single show, talk show aimed at women? One? One. Just one. Name it. Right. There isn't one. It says here that Greenstone joins other radio companies producing shows for women, such as DC-based XM Satellite Radio, which launched something called the Take 5 channel in October 2005, with shows hosted by Ellen DeGeneres and Tyra Banks. How many people have heard Ellen DeGeneres on XM Satellite Radio? Everybody, don't all raise your hands at the same time now. How many have heard it? Yeah, how about the Tyra Banks show? Anybody catch that on XM? Can anybody tell me what time the shows are on? Can anybody tell me what channel number they are? That's what I thought. It says here that Amy Ryer, someone who claims to be XM's Director of Women's Programming, thinks there will be a revolution this year in distribution of programming tailored to women. She says all it's really going to take is a few markets. What we're able to do here is take some risks, test the waters, and find out what's happening. Hopefully that will create a chain reaction for women's programming. Oh, yeah. Greenstone, like all of us, would like to syndicate programming in all major markets. Yeah, well, you know, and I'd like Santa Claus to come on December 24th. I'd like that. Not likely to happen, but I'd like it. You know what? I'd like to be on in all major markets, too. I'd like to be on in New York. I'd like to be on in Houston. I'd like to be on in Washington, D.C. I'd like to be on in Atlanta. I'd like to be on in Philly and Boston. You bet. I'd like to be. So would they. Good luck. Says here, Ness won't detail the initial targets. The initial targets. Market 1, New York. Market 2, Los Angeles. Market 3, Chicago. Who cares what the initial targets are? Who's going to carry this programming? Nobody. Says here, and this sounds like the more likely option, Greenstone also plans to distribute programming online, in podcasts, like Women Know How to Use a Podcast, and through proprietary services such as airlines and cable TV providers. Says here that Ness says the company plans to add programming for... How about you just pipe it into Cinnabon locations? That'd be a good place to put it. Put it in the Sara Lee aisle at the supermarket. You got to go where the audience is. Says here, Ness says the company plans to add programming for every time segment and day of the week. Shows, of course, will steer away from politics because the little ladies don't like talking about politics, as we all know. And instead focus on issues such as faith, business, families, and relationships. That says the talk that typically appears on AM radio tends to be harsh and confrontational. And that's not the kind of radio that women want to listen to. That's right. Women only like harsh confrontation at home when they're talking to their husbands, but they don't want it on the radio. They want harsh confrontation when you leave the seat down or you leave the cap off the toothpaste. That's the kind of harsh confrontation women like. It says here, Greenstone has already lined up actresses and comedians. Like we haven't tried that in our part of the business. They've lined up actresses and comedians to host talk shows in the morning, mid-morning, and afternoon drive time slots. Ness says the launch of broadcasting will depend on syndication deals. So in other words, if they don't have any affiliates, they're not going to go ahead with the project. Yeah. So let's see, what have they cooked up for you little ladies out there to listen to on Women's Talk Radio? Let's see. The 6 to 9 a.m. show will be hosted by stand-up comics Maureen Langan, Corey Kahane, and Nelsie Spencer, author of The Playgroup. Then at 9, the show will be hosted by Lisa Birnbach, author of The Official Preppy Handbook. Ooh. They don't mention what's on from noon to 3 here. 3 to 6 will be hosted by Mo Gaffney, who has appeared on talk shows such as That 70s Show, Mad About You, and Absolutely Fabulous. Now, what makes these people think that actresses and comedians are going to make for interesting talk radio of any kind? What makes these people think that women want to listen to talk radio beyond the extent to which they're already listening? And boys, we can have a little fun with this, too. What would be some shows you would propose for women's talk radio? Who would host them? What would the names of the shows be? These are shows meant to appeal to the little ladies out there. You tell me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
You're so rageful.
I have never heard this word, by the way, rageful. But, all right, I'll assume your IQ is in the triple digits for the sake of argument.
You've never spoken to a psychotherapist.
You're a psychotherapist, or are you just a psycho?
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show. All right. Women's talk radio. They want to have FM talk for women. What would be some good shows? Dave on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Yeah, Dad, how are you?
Hi, son.
Hi. Hey, I just want to let you know, first of all, I'm happily divorced. Thank you. And how about this for a woman's show, The Dream Killing Chronicles?
The Dream Killing Chronicles. What would it be like?
Well, I was kind of thinking they can, like, call in and, you know, share ways to kill their man's dreams, but not too quickly so the man doesn't bail, but, you know, just to slowly torture him. And
that's the way to do it. You slowly erode his confidence. You slowly erode his ability to function.
Right. But
until one day he turns around and he's 30 or he's 35 and it's too late to do anything of substance.
Exactly. And they can, you know, keep him right on the edge there so he doesn't bail on him, you know.
Yeah.
And they can swap ideas and, you know, success stories on their end. Dreams they've killed in the past.
You should get that Susan Ness on the phone immediately.
I think I need to copyright that idea, huh?
Absolutely. Pitch it to them, baby. Pitch it to them.
I need $1 million idea. Maybe I got it. Talk about laughing all the way to the bank, huh?
Well, no kidding about it. I'll tell you what, there'd be no shortage of calls. If you had women call in and tell how they killed their man's dreams, you could make the whole format about that.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Right.
The phones would be ringing off the hook. They'd have you rivaled.
That's right.
Yeah, something they're real good at, huh?
No doubt about it.
Yep. Well, that's my idea.
Good luck, Dave. Good luck pitching that. Thank you.
Hey, can you give me a tribal?
Yeah, here you go. One 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Steve on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Dad, I got two of them for you, and you're going to love them.
Very good.
Okay, the first one, the demographic, it would be booming and would be Portland, and it would be the fat man-hating bitch hour with the O'Donnell as the hostess. Big hit here in Portland. They're all over the place.
Rosie might be the perfect host for that.
I think so. My God, that woman is something else. Anyway, the other one I was thinking of is a chick who was from here and got famous with no talent. It'd be the How to Get Famous with No Talent Hour, or F Your Way to the Top, and the hostess would be Courtney Love.
See, there's a lot of opportunities for programming on this network.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes out of the Northwest here. Hey, Dad, could you take me out THX style?
Here you go, Steve.
Thanks.
One 800-5800-TOM. It's Mark on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, what's up, man?
Not much, Mark.
Hey, I got a show for gold diggers they'll really go for called What's My Paycheck?
How would this work?
They bring on guys. You know, you might have a guy who's dressed in a really nice suit and everything, and the chicks are supposed to call in and figure out how much this guy makes, and do you want to go for him or not?
So it's kind of like, what's my line? They start asking questions like, all right, what's your zip code?
Exactly. And if he lives in, like, 90210 or something, then, you know, it's a good, safe bet.
What kind of car do you drive?
And then you could even have ringers in there. You could have a guy that looks like he's rich, but he really is a construction worker, you know?
Absolutely. Well, it is radio. You won't be able to see him anyway.
Oh, you know, good point. Good point.
So you just have him come in. If he sounds the least bit articulate, they might be fooled.
There you go.
You know, like the guy could be a mere college professor or high school teacher. A chick wants to be hooked up with a guy like that.
Well, he sounds so wealthy and elegant.
Right.
Hey, can you take me out old style, Tom?
Old school. Here you go, Mark. Renee on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, brother, how are you?
Doing okay.
Hey, I have a couple of ideas. I don't know if you're going to like them.
Uh-huh.
But how about this one? Because, you know, I want to keep it into the educational field. So I was thinking something like, you and the toilet seat, how to use it.
You and the toilet seat, things are looking up.
Yeah, or how about this one? How to go to the bathroom on your own. Leave your friends there.
So it'd be kind of how-to programming.
Yeah, well, you know, you got to teach these girls how to do things, man.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Renee. 1-800-5800-TOM. Jesse on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Jesse.
Oh, you guys are funny. No, it's such a double standard. I really think that given the right market and talk about the right things, a female radio show would do good.
Only if you never talk about any current events.
You have
never talk about politics.
You have
never talk about feminism.
Listen, you have to get a host who has some balls, okay? And it's such a double standard, but you get someone on there.
You mean a woman with balls?
Yeah. I mean, come on. We go through the same things you do. We need to get someone on there who talks about, you know, women whose husbands get fat and lazy, you know, women that are unhappy in their marriages, too.
No, it says here women don't like harsh, confrontational talk.
That's what I'm saying. You get someone on there who has a personality similar to yours, you know, who can really get out there and talk about things that women are going through.
I mean, I know. Women love to be harsh and confrontational. Try coming home at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm not talking about knitting.
Try leaving the toilet seat up after you've done a little splashback in there. Go ahead. I'll show you harsh and confrontational.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, we go through the same things you do. We get bored in our marriages, you know, and I'm talking about a woman who's going to say, hey, you know what, take him for all he's got. If you're unhappy.
So you do like the First Wives Club, where you get some bitter, angry bitches out there. Like a woman who's just come from divorce court and was told that she had to pay alimony.
But, yeah.
There's a show.
I'm talking about before divorce court. I'm talking about a host that's going to get on there and tell him how to get everything that she can from him, how to get the alimony, how to take him for all that he's got. Why not? I mean,
they're going to have Mo Gaffney on there doing jokes about how men are pigs, men are slobs, men are...
You guys are always ragging on us. You know, it goes the same way. You know, you guys get fat and lazy, too.
You girls are on the rag. That's the difference between you and us.
That's not fair.
I didn't create the system. I just live with it.
I'm just saying, okay.
You know what Madge the manicurist once said? You're soaking in it.
I think that you might get a little insecure thinking about it or be a little intimidated because I think there's a market out there.
Yeah, I'm worried about losing my huge, massive audience to Mo Gaffney.
Well, I love your show.
Just like that Janine Garofalo has been just killing me.
Yeah, see, she'd be a great host.
That's Stephanie Miller and Randy Rhoads. Oh, my.
You always make me laugh.
All you need is an electron microscope. You can find their ratings in there. Take a look.
See, say that now, but like I said, I'm not talking about knitting or recipes here. I'm talking about the right subjects, and you get the right host on there who's got some balls and who can say, you know what, take him for all he's got.
No, you need hosts who have no balls. Like Ryan Seacrest would be good.
Or, how about, when you see a hot guy, you want to tap that, I mean, why can't we talk about the same things you and your listeners
Right, talk about tapping that ass. You'd have a radio show where women care about the bulge in the front instead of the back pocket for a change.
Oh, you're funny. Well, thanks for the good laugh.
I'm here to help you there, Jesse. 1-800-5800-TOM. Eric on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's up, Tom? What's happening?
Not much, Eric.
Hey, I got one for you. Woman's Guide on How to Hook a Man, Gain 600 Pounds, and Take him for everything he's worth within 30 days or less.
Sounds great, except I think most women intuitively know how to do that if you look around.
Exactly. That would be the whole premise of the show.
I mean, this would be just to teach the few who don't know how to do it, the few remaining.
Yeah, exactly. I got one other for you, too.
What's that?
Hey, what's up, Tom? What's happening?
Not much. All right. I guess he's just running a rerun over there.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
If they hurt me, I stop loving them.
There's no second chance forgiveness.
If someone took a knife and put it in my heart and I survived, I could not come out of the hospital and say, I love you, man. I couldn't do it.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Los Angeles. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Billie Jean King, Jane Fonda, Gloria Steinem, Rosie O'Donnell, Jamie McCourt, Marta Kaufman, they've all gone together to commit $3.1 million starting an FM talk radio network for women. What a bunch of maroons. All right. What kind of programming will they have on there? Josh, hello.
Hey, Tom, thanks for taking my call, man.
Sure.
So here's my idea. I think an idea for a show should be called the Divorced Roundtable. What you do is you get like 4 women, preferably like in their 40s, and they just spend 3 hours crowing about their ex-husbands, how much of a jerk they are and how much alimony they've taken. And basically, I think that they would definitely have, unlimited amount of callers, but also I think it'd be good for your show because then it just constantly backs up the points that you make.
Absolutely.
You can just take clips from the show and play them every time women try to turn things around.
This has been tried so many times. It's never succeeded. The first time they tried this was in the 70s. They tried having an all-female format. They tried one in Miami. They tried one in New York in the 60s, but it was a rock format, but with all female jocks. Women don't want to listen to other women. They're going to find this out the hard way.
All right. Women need visual stimulation. They need the TV, not the radio.
That's right.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you, Josh. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Eric on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, hello.
Hello, Eric.
Hey, they don't need this. They got Dr. What's-her-name already.
Dr. Bitch?
Yeah, her. That one. The one who...
Dr. Turkey Neck? Yes.
The one that preaches all the morality and stuff.
While she's busy spreading her legs for the Polaroid.
Yeah, unfortunately, she's got the same first name as my mom, so I have to have a little bit of respect.
Well, she has the same first name as my mom, too, and I don't have any respect.
Oh! Hey, I got a great idea.
What's that?
Why don't we just market your show as a show for females?
There we go. That's right.
And you'll get the advertisers coming in, because they'll pay big bucks, because, women are buyers, right? They're big consumers.
Consume, was that with a U or an O?
Yeah, that was a joke.
Got it.
That was
message received. Well, Eric, thank you for that. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Cal on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello, Cal.
Tom, you're just not giving them enough credit. I mean, maybe it's just about the lineup. And in fact, I have here a fantasy lineup of people who I think would work perfectly for the show.
All right.
Now, you'll have to forgive me here. I'm going to go into announcer mode, and I wasn't able to add any sort of background music or anything. But starting with the morning shift, it's Robin Givens on marital happiness. Then it's Anna Nicole Smith on divorce settlements. Midday, it's Hillary Clinton on politics and faithful husbands. Afternoon drive, it's Britney Spears for the trailer park set. And the afternoon will be spiced up with J-Lo and the Latin angle. And, of course, the biggest ratings will come when the radio goes off the air at night and plays music. Something to think about, Tom. I mean, like I say, sometimes you just have to properly market things.
That's right. That's what it's all about, Cal.
Take care, bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it. 1-800-5800-TOM. Hey, maybe they could sign a contract to carry WNBA games at night, too. That's ratings will skyrocket that. Let's say hello here to James on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, you are the man.
Thank you, James.
Man, oh, God, it's a pleasure to get you on the phone finally.
I know.
I've got the greatest idea ever. At least I think so in my head.
All right.
You get about, maybe 5 or 6 women in their late 30s, early 40s, that pretty much been taken to the bank by their men. And you get them together and you have them just duke it out because they know their time is running out. And they just go at it, toe-to-toe, just screaming and kicking each other, trying to get the best man. But the kicker is, they think they're getting this millionaire, but you get some fat, middle-aged garbage truck driver, just some worthless piece of crap that doesn't give a crap, and that'll be the punchline. They're just worthless, and they're all they're after is money, so they can end up with some trash delivery or trash pickup guy.
Maybe what you do is take some really, really hot young chick like JoJo and put her on against some bitter divorcee like 42 years old who's past her expiration date, and just let them go at it.
Exactly. Definitely. Hey, can you take me out Kobe style?
Here you go.
This is about us. She's so special to me. Yeah, it beats in my heart. Yeah, the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
1-800-5800-TOM. Yes, a bunch of female investors have gotten together trying to bring you talk radio for women. What would that be like? Brian on the Tom Leykis Show.
Yeah, Tom, I'm sorry, but I think they need a mom. I think they need a mom. It's going to be something that's going to combat your teachings. The men are going to come home all confident after listening to your show and knowing what to do and how to handle their women. They're going to listen to Mom. Mom's going to tell them how to do it.
Yeah, who's going to play Mom?
I don't know. And I think a panel of, maybe a nice panel of, lesbian/bi women. They're, of course, all supermodels, which, of course, is how all lesbian and bi women are. Wait, that's for the men again, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
Because there are no fat lesbians. They're all hot.
Yeah, I know.
At least in my world.
Exactly. Of course, they do have Rosie O'Donnell on the team over there.
Oh, thanks for that image.
Just here to help.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tom.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Damon on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Dad. How you doing?
Doing okay, son.
Excellent. Hey, I'm going to wait for that radio show to get on the air, and then I'm going to give them a call and tell them that I'm out here in Huntington Beach, and it's raining, and I wonder if it's raining anywhere else in Orange County.
The ultimate way to derail any radio program.
I might give them an actual topic.
We're getting hail the size of golf balls out here.
I wonder, is it raining anywhere else in Orange County? Maybe it'll give them a topic.
Yeah, maybe it rained earlier. Maybe somebody can call in. I'll hang up and listen.
Hey, can you take me out Kobe style?
Here you go, Damon.
This is about us. She's so special to me. Yeah, it beats in my heart. Yeah, the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
Ryan on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, what's going on, my friend?
Doing a radio show here, Ryan.
Oh, I know it. You're the best at it.
Thank
Here's
you.
what we got to do. Every Thursday at 5 o'clock, we're going to have Bitch 101, the on-air adult education program that teaches women how to get more money for less tail.
I'm sure someone will try that.
Oh, it'd be great. Take me out Michael Jackson style.
I haven't had that in a while. Michael Jackson style.
My greatest inspiration comes from kids. Why can't you share your bed? There was some action going on in my room every night. Who's the criminal? Who's Jack the Ripper in the room?
Devon on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, how's it going?
Going okay, Devon.
Great. I was just wanting to say, man, it sounds like that it's going to be a group of feminists who are going to be these, thinking all males, chauvinist pigs, and this, that, and the other. There's a lot of women who are out there who think, more power to the women and that sort of thing, and it's going to be seeming like, well, all women should dominate the earth and all that. It's just something that it's a lot of pointless banter. What are they going to talk about? Menstrual cycles, makeup tips, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. What do the little ladies care about anyway?
Well, exactly. They're talking about how good they look. Where to buy, the best makeup, where to shop for the cheapest clothes. It's boring. They already had something like this out. It's called magazines. And there's about 40 of them per, maybe 3 or 4 of them for men that are out there. There's just the ratio for magazines and that sort of thing is horrible. And so I think that they've just already had that stuff out. It's in magazines, Cosmo and all this stuff where it talks
of course, if a woman didn't have to read, if she could just, listen.
Exactly. It's just, they need to listen to their guys. If they could just ask them a question, hey, how does this feel? What do you like? Experiment. Act like you're back in high school again and act like you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Absolutely.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
All I heard, I turned on the radio with my son in the car, and all I hear you is you're bitching.
Tough luck.
About single mothers.
Well, maybe you shouldn't listen.
Why are you talking about it?
Maybe you shouldn't listen anymore.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Show. Ellie, is that you?
Eli.
Oh, Eli. All
yes.
Right. Your parents wanted a boy, huh?
I don't know what the boy's name. It happened.
Your parents wanted a boy, huh?
Actually, no. It's short for Elizabeth, but my family's been calling me that for years.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a bachelor and a bachelor degree, and I'm a smart...
In what?
Young
Home
woman.
economics?
A Bachelor of Arts in Anthropology as well as music.
Are you an anthropologist?
Not currently.
Are you a musician?
Yes, sir.
What kind of musician are you?
I'm a vocalist, and right now I'm working on a Southern gospel, country gospel CD, but... I get so frustrated with your show because y'all make females out to be these dim-witted, unintelligent, unless they are drop-dead 10, stupid...
Oh, those are the most dim-witted, unintelligent ones of all.
What?
Those are the most dim-witted, unintelligent ones of all.
I know, but my frustration comes... There are very few females that get on the radio that make it in the market that are intelligent, that would have some...
Well, then here's your opportunity to prove me wrong. Go ahead, Eli.
I just think that you are correct in your assumption that if they had an all-female channel running the show, that more than likely it would fail. Not because females are incapable of...
Did you say uncapable? Yes.
Incapable.
Oh.
I have a southern accent. Sometimes it slips. I apologize. Not that we are not capable of doing so, but I think that the investors would have some trouble finding women that would be interesting enough for other women to listen to.
That's because women don't like other women.
Sometimes.
Except their own moms.
If they are all moms?
No, except their own moms.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, dear, they can't all have the same high IQs as you do, as you know. Thank you for that. Our email address is my name. It's Tom@blowmeuptom.com.
The Tom Leykis Show.